Hello guys, welcome back to my review channel. Today we are going to be talking about the new and updated setup screen in iOS 11. So you still have these different languages saying hello, and if you press the home button it'll unlock like if it does on your phone. So a new feature here is Quick Start. So if you have an iPhone or iPad running iOS 11, you can bring it nearby to sign in automatically. So you put in the password, I believe, on your other product, and it'll go ahead and transfer that stuff over. But if you want to set stuff up manually, you can still set everything up manually, and it's not a problem at all. Which is very, very good news because sometimes when you're setting things up, you just want to do it manually. You don't want to do the quick start. But also for convenience, you have quick start. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up manually. I want to go ahead and show you guys everything in the manual setup. So I'm going to go ahead and do my Wi-Fi. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up Touch ID. A few spots in here you're going to kind of notice that the video skips forward. The reason why it skips forward is because those are the parts where I'm putting in passwords or personal information, which I don't want to share with the whole world. So if you guys have ever used an iPhone, you know how easy it is to set up Touch ID. If you're new, you're coming from another phone, Touch ID is very easy to set up. You set it up and then you rest your finger on the home button, you click the home button after the lock on the top unlocks, and that's it. So what else is on here is you can do a restore from iCloud, iTunes backup, set up new iPhone, or you can move your stuff over from an Android if you have that. All of that's been there since iOS 4. It's very old. That stuff's been there forever. That's actually nothing that's new with iOS. That's been there for quite some time. The move from Android device actually, though, started in iOS 9, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I mean, it should have started in iOS 9 as far as what I think, but it could have been iOS 8 or 7 that they actually started that in. And it was more of a way to compete to try and get people from Android to switch over to iPhone, knowing that their stuff will move over easily and they won't lose it. I personally, though, have been using it for a while, using iPhone for a while, so that's the good news. But I also use Android phones. I'm a mixed bag with phones. I like both operating systems. So you also have express settings where you can do everything faster. And then they also give you the privacy options or learn more for privacy. So you can kind of learn about Ask Siri, location services, and iPhone analytics. And they do this just to show you what exactly they're enabling for the express settings. Express settings just enables Ask Siri. It enables Apple to collect information such as app crashes, system crashes, all that kind of stuff that involves not hardware but software issues that are happening, that are behind the scenes. I mean, you might see them visually, but sometimes you don't. All that goes to Apple. They collect that data and they use it to improve their operating system, which that I always enable just because when your phone crashes, you don't really like it. You actually probably want your phone to stop crashing, and if you send that data over to Apple, they'll be able to kind of help fix their software. And if it's an app that's crashing, they send that information to the app developer saying, "Hey, look, your app's crashing. Here is the code for why it's crashing, what they need to fix, and why it's conflicting with iOS operating system." Then the app updates. Usually, one of the updates they do will involve something that fixes that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do the express settings because I usually enable most of that. So I use Apple Pay, so I'm going to enable Apple Pay. I use location services. I use app analytics. That's what I was just talking about, where they send crash data and all that kind of stuff to Apple, which you guys can read here if you guys want to learn a little bit more about that. I always share it with app developers. I mean, it's up to you guys. Whatever you guys want, it's all completely up to you. Another thing is you can also learn about the app analytics and privacy if you click on about app analytics and privacy. Um, so all of that's already there for you. Then they're going to give you an option to choose a zoom, so you can choose the standard display, which is what's shown right here, um, or you can choose zoomed. So standard is basically just how you're going to look at it normally. Zoomed, everything's closer, so that you can see everything better. Some people can't see stuff as clear as others, and they need the zoomed display, or some people just like the zoomed display. Um, I know some people can see perfectly clear, but they like the zoomed display. Um, I always choose standard. I just like standard display. So click next, and then click get started, and that is all that is new. There's nothing else new in this video. But other than that, make sure you guys thumbs this video up, subscribe to my channel for more, um, and tune in to the next video that I will post. And also, I do apologize that it took a while to get this video up and running, but I've been having some issues with my software that I use to edit my YouTube videos. So, other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.